Boardwalk is not the most expensive property on the Monopoly board anymore, as Hasbro and Top Trumps USA release a new Queens version of the iconic board game Monopoly. So this edition is replacing the well-known places on the original board with Queens landmarks. Instead of Boardwalk, the most coveted real estate is now the Rockaway Beach Boardwalk. How about that? Other squares include Kennedy and LaGuardia airports, the National Tennis Center out in Flushing, Forest Hill Stadium, the Queensboro Bridge, and Nearest Tavern there as well. The utility, Con Edison. Come on, it's gotta be, right? Other parts of the game also are Queens-centric, including a chance card, which reads, "You got a flat tire on the BQE with no spare? Go back 3 spaces." It's all too relatable to so many of us. To help celebrate the launch, Mr. Monopoly took photos at some famous borough spots, including that one at Citi Field. A launch party for the game was also held at the Queens Center Mall. It is available in stores and online. It'll cost you about $45. Sounds like a great holiday present, Christmas present for a Queens native.
My name is Tim Barney, and I'm with Top Trumps USA and Winning Moves UK, makers of the classic card and board games you know and love, and we have the esteemed honor of creating Hasbro's official community editions of the beloved board game Monopoly, the greatest game around. I'm proud to welcome you to the official first unveiling of the game today. We have some very fun things planned following our recognition ceremony. We've got a magician, we've got giveaways, and all kinds of fun things. So definitely stick around, grab some food, and get excited to see who made the cut. As you may know, Monopoly has been around for nearly 100 years and played by an estimated billion-plus people all around the world. Choosing cities to create for isn't always the easiest job because there's so many wonderful places across the USA, but Queens was an obvious next choice. We seek beautiful places with a real sense of community. We choose places with local pride, great businesses and organizations like restaurants and sports teams, schools, nonprofits, unique shops, museums, events and festivals, and more. There must be a vibrant culture and a rich history, all of which Queens has in abundance. With the help of literally thousands of people and thousands of submissions and nominations and requests from the public, I feel we've successfully captured the essence and wonder of the world's favorite borough, Queens, New York. And I really do believe this could be the most popular city edition we've made in the USA thus far and possibly the world. Now, I would love to welcome our first guest speaker, Kelly Chafai, Senior Manager of Marketing at Queens Center, to share a few words about our game. Hi, Kelly.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Queens Center's team, it is an absolute pleasure to welcome all of you to this event. It's a very exciting event. It's the release of the Queens Monopoly board. So a big shout out to Tim and his team at Top Trump for recognizing Queens and creating this board game for us and really showcasing the true essence of what makes us so great. So we are grateful every day to be part of this community. We enjoy the connecting together, the creativity that Queens holds. So please stick around. We have a fun show in store for all of you. After the big reveal of the property pieces and what the board looks like, which is very exciting, we have a magician who is going to be doing an act, and then we have trivia where you can win some great prizes. And then we're closing out the show with Gatsby dancing. So also a shout out to our sponsors. We have K Jewelers who donated a ring for the event, Invicta donated a watch and some gift cards from Timberland, from Warby Parker. Kiko Milano, who just opened up a few weeks ago, has a gift with purchase offer, so please stop by and purchase 2 eyeshadows, I believe, and you get a nice free gift from them. There's so much more. Also, we are selling the game. I see the line out there already for $40. 100% of the proceeds are going to nonprofit Common Point, who is here setting up a table. They are teaching financial literacy. Please stop by and play the game with them. They have fun prizes in store for you also. So please have fun and enjoy the day. I believe I'm sending it back to you.
Thank you, Kelly. All right, another special guest. We have the Queensboro president, Donovan Richards. Let's welcome him to the stage.
All righty, it's Queens in the house. Is Queens really ready to get the money? And today is such a special day to unveil the Queens Monopoly game right here at Queens Center Mall. Let's give it up for Topps for doing this, certainly. And what's special about today is now you can buy, sell, and trade some of the most iconic locations in Queens, from Astoria Park to the Unisphere, and even Near's Tavern, who I just left. They're celebrating 195 years today. So who's ready to wheel and deal today? For real, and this is a unique opportunity for the rest of the world to discover who we know we are as a borough. And we all know that to get into the United States, we represent the Gateway, JFK Airport, and LaGuardia Airports as well, where we are investing close to $20 billion at JFK right now. And we always have known that Queens is a hotspot for the arts, restaurants, and entertainment with a rich history and vibrant culture. But let me say this, for all of the things that are on this board, one of the things we can pride ourselves about in Queens County is our diversity. There is no county more diverse than Queens County in the United States of America. 190 countries represented here, 360 languages and dialects are spoken across Queens County on any given day. So no matter where you're from, what language you speak, your socioeconomic status, everyone can call Queens their home. And matter of fact, I'm the proud son of an immigrant who came here from Jamaica, who became a United States citizen in 2020. The first election he can vote in was mine for borough president. So that is truly a Queens story, and it's why we never, ever, ever talk against immigrants and those who come into our county looking for a better life, because we know that our diversity is our strength. With that being said, I want to thank Tim Barney and his team for creating this special Queens Monopoly edition. Thank you for coming out, everybody. And of course, today we all are rooting for the Mets to win. Let's go Mets, and let's go Queens Monopoly edition. Congratulations.
Let's hear it for the Queens BP. All right. Well, let's get started. Each organization, I've probably spoken to you already, but make sure you send up a representative to pick up a really cool gift and take a photo with Mr. Monopoly. Let's reveal. Queens is made up by a number of beautiful parks in the area, so our first space is Astoria Park. Sitting on the edge of the East River and resting between the Triborough Bridge and Hellgate Bridge, the park offers shoreline sights and sounds that make the benches along its perimeter popular spots year-round. Known for its beautiful pool, it's the oldest and largest in the city, by the way. Up next, we have the Astoria Animal Society. Come on up, folks. Your leader in veterinary care in New York City, the Astoria Animal Society is a wonderful not-for-profit that acts as a one-stop shop for all of your pet's needs in an effort to protect and improve the lives of all of our furry friends. They help NYC's domestic pets, exotic animals, and even farm animals. Let's hear it again. All right, thank you very much. Up next, we have the Queens County Farm Museum, another NYC landmark. The museum and its farm provide learning opportunities and creative conversations about biodiversity, nutrition, health and wellness, climate change, and preserving local history. This month, they've got some really fun things going on. They have the Maze is in corn, and the Pumpkin Patch are open, and their agricultural fair actually goes on today and tomorrow. Might be a good place to go after the show. All right. Up next, we have the It's in Queens page from the Queens Tourism Council, who've also been super helpful in getting the word out about this project, thanks to Rob McKay. The Queens Tourism Council promotes the world's most diverse county through organized efforts by local businesses, cultural institutions, and government. They foster economic opportunities, travel, and tourism by letting visitors and residents know that with great places to visit, eat, play, and stay, it's in Queens. Thank you. Up next, we have Culture Lab LIC. That's Long Island City, of course. Culture Lab LIC is a nonprofit that was formed to be the arts and culture umbrella for Western Queens. They present local, national, and international art of all genres while supporting New York artists and other nonprofits by providing space, resources, and a sense of community. They always have so many cool things going on. Just a few things happening right now. The Bodies in Motion exhibition, the New Works Festival 2024, and they have concerts coming up and a pop-up dog adoption event tomorrow, which I think is pretty rad. Thank you, thank you. Up next, we have Ridgewood Savings Bank. Now, given that there is a literal bank in the game, we thought it'd be great to feature a local bank, someplace that calls Queens home. Ridgewood replaces both of the former tax spaces with updates, and they've been featured on the money. Ridgewood Savings Bank is the largest mutual savings bank in New York State. It was founded in 1921 and now spans across all 5 boroughs, and I really love their motto. It's multiply the good. It's their motto, it's their mission. They're here to make a positive impact on those around them and inspire others to do the same. Thank you, Ridgewood Bank. Obviously, the subways need to be on here. You got a bunch of different trains. Of course, it's our first formal railroad space in the game. Many of you probably relied on it to get here this morning. Obvious choice. Fun fact, the A train is the longest line, and it runs from 207th Street in Manhattan to Far Rockaway in Queens, more than 31 miles. Next, we have the Festival of Cinema NYC. They're a fully rounded film festival that looks to nurture and help develop the careers of emerging filmmakers and writers. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. The festival looks for the best in truly independent films, series, music videos, animation, and scripts of all lengths and genres. Films selected come from independent filmmakers that put their blood, sweat, and tears into their productions. They also host workshops, panels, talkbacks, and networking events, even karaoke and trivia nights to help you connect with other folks in the industry. Thank you. Up next, we have MoMA PS1. Artist-centered and community-driven, MoMA PS1 embraces boundary-breaking ideas and experimental practices, a place where audiences can encounter and engage with new art and perspectives. The institution has offered insights into artist worldviews for nearly 50 years. Current exhibits to go check out include After the Fire, Little Manila Queens, and Hard Ground. Up next, we have the World's Borough Bookshop, very appropriately named. It's been said that Queens is the world's borough, being what might be the most diverse place on earth. This bookshop makes it easy to find authors and artists from across the globe, helping Queens to deepen your connection with your array of cultures. They amplify artists and creatives. Yep, let's give them a round of applause. They amplify artists and creatives in the Black, Indigenous, and people of color community, and they always have something going on with book clubs, book launches, art classes, and more for the community. A classic, Eddie's Sweet Shop. Old school in all the best ways. A century-old soda fountain. They've been serving up freshly homemade ice cream sundaes, malted shakes, egg creams, and more from their snug corner shop on the bustling Metropolitan Avenue. It's a sweet step back in time. Up next, and this one was probably obvious too, it's Con Edison with our first utility space in the game. Con Edison supports organizations and causes that champion a clean and equitable energy future for all New Yorkers. Their impact includes $15 million in grants awarded in 2023 to nonprofits focusing on climate change and environmental stewardship, social justice, clean energy, and technology careers. They also just began construction on a $1.2 billion project to support the electrification of JFK Airport, MTA buses, and Southeast Queens. Thank you very much, Con Ed. Gantry Plaza, a 12-acre riverside oasis that boasts spectacular views of the Midtown Manhattan skyline, including the Empire State Building and the United Nations. Queens Museum, let's hear it for them. Located on the grounds of the New York World's Fairs, the Queen Museum is dedicated to presenting high-quality arts and educational programming for the people of New York, and particularly the residents of Queens. The museum hosts loads of exhibitions, educational initiatives, and public events. Go check out the Panorama of New York, City of New York. It's an iconic piece, and stop by their Family Day on the 20th of this month. Up next, we have the Queensboro Bridge. Yet another beautiful and historic bridge that you will find in New York, connecting Queens to Manhattan and sits above the scenic Roosevelt Island. Nears Tavern. Founded in 1829, Nears Tavern is the oldest tavern in NYC and one of the oldest and most iconic, most historic continuously operating taverns in America. Famed for being featured in classic films such as Goodfellas and Tower Heist, as well as having hosted performances by a young Mae West, it remains and it retains its historical charm with a more than 150-year-old mahogany bar. Loads of events go on there all the time: bingo, open mics, block parties, one of which I think is happening today. Another cool spot to check out after the show. Common Point, Queens. At every stage and every age, regardless of disability or ability, people can look to Common Point to find care during a crisis. Access opportunities to grow and deepen their sense of connection to those around them. From summer camps and job training to food pantries and private pool clubs, Common Point is by your side, because being a part of Common Point is investing in a community where everyone is invited and welcome. Also, their Island Quest Fest Fall Fest is happening around the corner on the 13th. New Park Pizza. Pizza is not only quintessentially Queens, but also one of the most iconic things in all of New York City. We knew we wanted to feature one equally iconic spot in Queens, and the people decided. New Park Pizza has had the same family proudly serving Queens with the same great brick oven pizza since 1956, which many of you are probably enjoying right now because they catered this event. As many great things as we can say, I think the pies speak for themselves, and I can't thank you enough, New Park Pizza, for helping make this celebration great. All right, up next we have the Queens Night Market. Queens Night Market is a large, family-friendly open-air night market in Queens, featuring up to 100 independent vendors, selling merchandise, art, and food, and featuring small-scale cultural performances, all celebrating the rich cultural diversity and heritage of NYC and Queens. And the market is going on tonight from 4 to 12 a.m. at the New York Hall of Science in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. Thank you, Queens Night Market. Up next, we've got the Sunnyside Arch, another iconic thing in Queens. From the local bid, Sunnyside Shines, there are approximately 350 individual businesses within Sunnyside Shines district. The mission of Sunnyside Shines is to invigorate and enrich the economic life of the neighborhood by creating a safe, welcoming, and dynamic commercial district in Sunnyside, Queens. Their upcoming event, the 2024 Taste of Sunnyside, on October 13th, will showcase the diverse flavors of Sunnyside, Queens, with a wide variety of food and live entertainment. It's going to be a good time. Up next, we've got the Louis Armstrong Museum. It's widely known that Queens has a rich musical history, especially in the way of jazz. There's actually a jazz trail in Queens, I discovered. Of course, we couldn't highlight every portion of it, so we had to decide which bit stood out to us the most. Now a national and New York historic landmark, Louis Armstrong's Museum in Queens, his home in Queens, is a wonderful look into the life and legacy of one of music's greatest legends. They have an archival tour coming up on the 10th and an event called When Black Women Speak, a conversation on identity, community, and success, all happening on the 16th. Thank you very much. Chinatown. Sometimes it's so difficult to choose a single business to represent a neighborhood or culture. That's why we decided to highlight all of Chinatown as a whole for this place on the board. The second largest Chinatown in NYC, this bustling neighborhood is flush with great food, shops, and people. LaGuardia Airport, from the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Queens is home to two of the most famously known airports in the entire world. With a multi-billion-dollar investment, LaGuardia Airport is being transformed into a unified airport with new terminals, better transportation access, additional airside taxiways, and the best-in-class passenger amenities. Their spot also features the stunning state-of-the-art fountain, as you can see here. Up next, we have LaGuardia Community College. LaGuardia Community College in New York is voted one of the top 3 large community colleges in the U.S. It's a proud Hispanic serving institution, Asian American and Native American Pacific Islander serving institution, and is part of the Minority Science and Engineering Improvement Program. Located in Long Island City, Queens, and an institution of the City University of New York, LaGuardia is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and offers a welcoming environment for immigrants of all nations and individuals of all backgrounds. Thank you very much. Up next, Diversity Plaza. It's become a proud symbol of Queens as the city's most international borough and is the site of great festivals and events that truly help it to live up to its name. Up next, Air Sea Packing. They are utility number 2 for us. They share that they are honored to be in this Monopoly edition. Their dedication to excellent and white glove logistics reflects the unmatched care and precision they apply in handling the world's most valuable items. Their amazing team here in Queens embodies the spirit of this vibrant community, working tirelessly to deliver the highest level of service to their clients today. Thank you very much, team. The USTA. The United States Tennis Association. See, sports are a critical aspect of the Queens community. That's become very obvious. And when deciding what to feature, we once again turned to the people. We relied on you to tell us what sports should be included. Of course, we couldn't include everybody, but we were very happy USTA could join the board. The USTA is the national governing body for the sport of tennis and the recognized leader in promoting and developing the sports growth on every level in the U.S. And plus, the internationally watched U.S. Open gets to call Queens home every year. Thank you very much. Forest Hill Stadium. Originally designed in the 1920s as the home of the U.S. Open tennis tournament, Forest Hill Stadium began booking concerts in the 1960s and went on to host some of the most culturally significant performances of the time, including Frank Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, the Rolling Stones, and Bob Dylan, and has welcomed a new golden age of diverse superstars with sellout performances by Drake, Dolly Parton, Mumford & Sons, the Alabama Shakes, Ed Sheeran, and many more. Also, check out EatsCon on the 12th and 13th. Thank you very much, Forest Hill Stadium. Next, we have the New York City Football Club. Also in the world of sports, we have a lot of football/soccer, don't hate me, fans in the midst. One of the newest additions to the Queens community is the NYCFC. If you didn't already know it, they're opening their first ever soccer-specific stadium in New York City in Willets Point, Queens. Look for that new stadium to come around in 2027. Next we have QNS.com from Schneps Media. Schneps Media is the leading local media company serving New York City, Westchester, Long Island, and Philadelphia. QNS.com provides the latest and most interesting information about Queens, be it breathtaking news, or breaking news rather, politics and education, dining, nightlife, real estate, and getting around. It's powered by the journalists at the award-winning Queens Courier, Times Ledger, Courier Sun, Ridgewood Times, Times News Weekly newspapers, Borough Magazine, and the Queens Post sites. Obviously, Queens Center is on the board. And one more time to give them a special thanks for all of the amazing things that they've put together today. Couldn't do it without them. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with everything they've got planned after the ceremony here. With more than 150 shops, eateries, and department stores, Queens Center is your top shopping destination. They also just celebrated 50 years They have loads of fun things always happening, like their Halloween and trivia and costume party happening this month, and the upcoming Stranger Project art exhibit. Head over to their website for more. The John F. Kennedy International Airport. Also from the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, this airport is the busiest of the New York City airports and the most active international gateway into North America, serving over 55 million passengers, and is even used by NASA from time to time, I found out. And now we've come to Boardwalk and Park Place. Of course, the first one is the Unisphere. The most challenging thing in the selection process is choosing between these top two places because everybody's a contender. Everybody in the board could have been Boardwalk or Park Place. The people have spoken, and Unisphere is the first. The 120-foot tall Unisphere was built by U.S. Steel for the 1964 World's Fair and was meant to symbolize the dawn of the space age, and has since become a visually stunning icon in the Queens community. We have Ridgewood again. I know you came up already before, but they are our other tax space as well. And finally, Rockaway Beach and Boardwalk. Since Boardwalk is in the name, it made it pretty clear which of the two would be at the top, so I think Rockaway folks will be happy, as you heard just now. From surfers to swimmers to the Ramones, as they say in their hit song, everyone wants to hitch a ride to Rockaway Beach. A vast sandy beach and 5.5-mile boardwalk draw throngs of families to Rockaway in the summer for swimming, sunbathing, and sports like volleyball, skateboarding. There are seasonal vendors that sell pizza, arepas, and Italian ice. It's a good time. Finally, I want to talk about who made it to the box lid here. Very special partners. Of course, we've got the wonderful Skyline, we've got the Unisphere, Eddie's Sweet Shop, Queens Center Mall, New Park Pizza, and a couple of others we haven't talked about yet, including Silver Cup Studios. Silver Cup Studios has become one of the most sought-after production facilities in New York, with 2 lots in Long Island City and 1 in the Bronx. Silver Cup Studio touts 23 world-class sound stages and has been the filming site for many well-known productions, from The Sopranos to Succession. Oh, go back. And finally, we have NYC Tourism and Conventions. Let's give them a round of applause. Our final inclusion. They are the official tourism organization for the 5 boroughs of NYC, and they provide visitors and locals everything they need to know about what to do and see in New York City, from special events to the best restaurants, amazing attractions, travel guides, and more. Before we get into some of the other events, I'd like to recognize Applebee's, Burmese Bites, and New Park Pizza for catering today. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd like to thank Common Point for setting up their financial literacy booth. And also Upspring PR, Quinn PR, Kelly Chafai specifically for all the great things she's done, Macerich, and of course the glorious and excellent host, Queens Center. Let's give all of them a round of applause. And we have one of our esteemed assembly members that are going to join us and share just a few more words. We'll get right into the magician and all the great stuff. Here you go.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Assembly Member Catalina Cruz, and I am a Mets fan. So, have we said our prayers today? We've said our candles. We're good to go. Amazing. Could it be more of a Queens Day today between the game and, sir, good to see you, and our Monopoly? I mean, this is a wonderful way to celebrate all things Queens. I want to thank the mall for hosting us. You know, many of us have been coming here since we were teenagers and kids, probably way too many times. But, you know, now we come to celebrate all things Queens. I want to, if you are listening and you're not from Queens, please come and spend your money here. Please come down and buy a game. We need to support Queens Common Point. It is one of the best organizations that you'll ever see in our community, from workforce development to helping people when they need it with jackets. Like, they are just amazing. So support them. Thank you, Monopoly, for creating this amazing game. Can't wait to play it. Have an amazing weekend, and let's go Mets.
All right, we have one more assembly member that just wanted to share a short statement. That is Stephen Raga. Come on up, partner.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Monopoly, man. It's great to see everybody here. I just want to express my thanks for this very historic day for Queens. I think Assemblymember Carolina Cruz said it all. Let's go Mets, and I'm happy to join everybody today. And it's such a great day, not just for the borough of Queens, but for New York and the entire state. So thanks so much, and congratulations, everybody.
All right, super excited about this next bit. Gary Farrar, mentalist slash magician, is going to perform some pretty cool tricks for us. Come on up, partner.
Hello, everybody. It is great to be here. My name is Gary Farrar. I am a magician and a mind reader. What does that mean? That means that I can get inside your head and know what people are thinking. Like, you were thinking, oh, I hope he doesn't choose me for the show. And I get that. I would feel the same way if I was in your shoes. But that is not what today is about. Now, especially if there are any kids in the crowd, if the kids want to come towards the front, you can even have a seat in the front row. You're welcome to, because that way you can see everything. Even if you're a grown-up and you want to come to the front, you are welcome to, because we are going to read some minds. Now, before we read some minds, I have to warm up a little bit. So, I always bring with me one thing that makes me feel really safe. It is a little blanket from when I was a baby, because sometimes it can be a little bit scary up here. I was a very tiny baby. And what I thought we could do is take my baby blanket and make it disappear. To make it disappear, it goes into my hand, nothing in my hand. I squish it in, and believe it or not, my baby blanket does completely disappear. It's gone, completely disappeared. Thank you very much. You guys are not impressed. That's okay, because listen, I was not doing magic. In order to do real magic, we would need a magic word. Does anybody know a good magic word? Pineapple. Very good. If we take my baby blanket, it goes into my hand. The only difference is that this time everybody, and I do mean everybody, is going to have to say pineapple in 3, 2, 1. Pineapple. That was very good. It really does completely disappear. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very nice job, everybody. But listen up, Queens, I'm gonna need that back. That was my favorite baby blanket. Does anybody think they know where it might be? You might know. No? No, it's not in my hands. It's not in my pockets. Believe it or not, when I put it inside my hand, it actually went inside my hand. Which means to get it out, I have to wiggle my fingers, and it goes up my arm into my body. And to get it out, this is kind of gross. You have to go like this. 1, 2. Give yourselves a round of applause. Nice job for pineapple. Never heard that one before. Very nice. Now, the reason why we're all here today is obviously to celebrate the Queen's edition of Monopoly, and I have some Monopoly money. Now, the problem with Monopoly money is that you can't really buy anything in the real world with it, except maybe at that booth over there. And so what I was gonna try and do was create a trick where I could make more Monopoly money. And then I realized no one would want to play Monopoly with me if I could cheat. And so what if I made more money with the real thing? Yes, that's right, folks. Right here in front of your eyes, we are going to create money. Let's see how much I have right now. This is 1, 2, 3, $4 bills. That will not buy you much, even in a Monopoly game. What do you think we could turn them into? $2 bills. That would be awkward, because they don't have the drawer in the cash register. What if we turn them into $10 bills? Better? Someone said 100. No, if I could do $100 bills, I would not be working here. But there is a way. There is a way to add the zeros to all of these sides. Watch closely. We square them up, and I shake in a circle. Why? Because that adds the zero to all of the corners. Do not look away, everybody. 1, 2. And it looks like that is now $100, $200, $300, $400. That is a souvenir for you, and I'm kidding, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do this, so I do have to turn these back into $1 bills. Kids, do you know how you turn hundreds into $1 bills? No, you have children. All your money disappears. It's true. But we are going to do it the magic way. I square all these up, and we are going to shake the other direction. Everybody can see the backs and the fronts are all $100. But if we start in the front, we go slowly, and they change into ones. Can you see it? There's still hundreds. That's because it starts on the back. That's a one, then the front is a one, and then every bill is $1, $2, $3, $4 bills. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause. How did I do it? Very well. That's how. I like the balcony. You guys have a lot of energy up there. But what if we tried to do something for the kids? Because you guys have been behaving yourselves very nicely. Do you want to do something funny or something dangerous? What do you want? Danger? All right, if we're gonna, of course you guys want danger. If we're gonna do something dangerous, I'm gonna bring out something that's not even in my briefcase. I have way over here around the corner a magic danger bag. I've been keeping it here because it's very hard to bring something like this into the mall. Why? Because we have a sword. But don't worry, kids, this is a toy sword. Inside, I have a real pirate sword. Yeah, now I got this sword from a real live pirate. A lot of people think that pirates are pretend or they don't exist anymore. But they do. In fact, I got this sword from a pirate of the Amazon.com. And it came as a set of 3 authentic pirate swords. Do you guys want to see all of them? Here they are. Not 1, not 2, but 3 pirate swords. Does anybody think they know what I'm going to try and do? Juggle them. Are you crazy? Luckily for you, I'm crazy too, because I am going to attempt to juggle these 3 pirate swords. Everybody, watch closely and stay exactly where you are. 3, 2, oh, sir, with the hair, you're a little bit in the danger zone. Just hide behind them. Just go behind them, you'll be safe, okay? All right, good, thank you. All right, here we're just looking out for your safety. 3, 2, 1, hup. Whoa, yikes. Now, the first time I saw somebody juggle pirate swords, I was so impressed that I also forgot to clap. That's your cue to clap. Somebody clap. Make some noise, Queens. Thank you very much. You'll notice I'm a good sword juggler. There's only one problem. I don't know how to stop. So I have to do this for the rest of the day. Feel free to leave when you get bored. No, I'm kidding. There is one way to stop. I have to throw one a little bit higher. Now, luckily, there's a lot of height up there. The problem is that it's very bright. So I'm going to lower myself down while juggling, which is difficult because today I wore my slim fit pants. There we go. We made it. Watch closely the double flip. In 3. Guys, if I catch the wrong end, the show ends early. 3, 2, 1. Hook the flip to switch. The catch, we did it. Thank you very much. Woo. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that was a little stressful for me because there were swords flying around my face. And so now we're going to have some fun with a very special guest. This is somebody that I brought along because he has his own TV show. He also lives in a pineapple under the sea. Anybody know who I'm talking about? SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I could not get SpongeBob here today because we blew all our budget on the Monopoly Man. So, I brought the next best thing. Please welcome SpongeBob's little-known cousin, SpongeBall. Okay, I know SpongeBob is really funny and SpongeBall is not that funny, but he has volunteered to do something amazing. I am just gonna need a little bit of help from someone in the front row under the age of 10. What's your name? Matthew, could you help me out for a second? Come right over here. There's a bunch of stairs. Everybody give a round of applause to Matthew. Come on all the way up over here. Hi, Matthew. How old are you? You're 6? I was only 5 when I was your age. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, Matthew, could you feel that it's pretty squishy, yes? But if I was to take SpongeBall and put him into my hand, if I squish him with my finger, believe it or not, Matthew, he will squish all the way into 2 SpongeBalls. But it gets even crazier. Could you hold that one for a second? Matthew, if I squeeze this one really tight, all the way up there, can you reach that? Almost. Maybe next year. For now, take this one, Matthew, squeeze it really tight so that I can't get it in that hand. Hold it up really high, and I'm gonna come all the way over here. This is pretty far, but I'll do my best. 3, 2, and mine completely disappear. Wait a second, Matthew, it has to go somewhere here. What? How did you do that? Everybody make some noise for Matthew. Are you a magician? Wait, we're gonna find out. Matthew, stand right here. I have a little magic bag. Oh, I don't have the bag with me. We can do it with just your hands. Show everybody that you have 2. 1 in each hand. No, hold 1 in the other hand. And then, Matthew, squish them together and squeeze really tight. And believe it or not, we have 1 ball. Let me see. Is it 1? Oh, that would have been awesome. We must have forgot something. What are we? Oh, the magic word. Pineapple. Here we go. On the count of 3, everybody squeeze them both really tight, and everybody's gonna say pineapple. 3, 2, 1, pineapple. And just like that, we have 1. It's still 2. It's 3. It's 3, 4. What? How did you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4 SpongeBalls. Everybody give a big round of applause to Matthew. High five, Matthew. Thank you very much. You can head back down the stairs. Matthew's so cool, he's wearing sunglasses. But now, it's time to get back to Monopoly. Because that's the reason why we're all here today. Well, some of us. Some of you were just shopping and said, what the heck is this? Well, we are celebrating the Queen's edition of Monopoly, and I thought that we could celebrate with a chance. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I brought all of the chances from the original Monopoly game. And I want to know who's feeling lucky. Is there someone who's feeling pretty? You are. What is your name? Jacob. Jacob, could you come up the stairs? Everybody give Jacob a round of applause. Excellent. Right over here, Jacob. Where'd you go? Jacob. Where is he? I can't see. Oh, sorry. You're wearing camo. It gets a little tricky. All right. Jacob. Some of these chance cards are good, some of them are evil. I mean bad, they're just bad. And so you are gonna get to take a chance, and so am I. I will go through all the chance cards, and I would like you to say stop whenever it feels right to you, Jacob. Are you ready? Say stop anytime, starting now. Right there. Now, I do not want to see your card yet, so do me a favor, take that. Excellent. Again, some of these are good, some of these are bad. I will also choose one. I will go through the deck and I will say stop maybe about here, this one. Our 2 cards. Jacob, we're going to see which one is better. Well, let's look at yours first. Turn it over. Is it good or bad? Bank pays you dividend of $50. Jacob, I have good news. I am going to give you $50 in Monopoly money. There you go. Congratulations. Let's see what mine is, though, Jacob. Is that good or bad? I'm afraid to look. It's bad? What is it? Go to jail. Go directly to jail and do not collect $200. Which means, Jacob, you get to keep that $50. But not only that, you also get to put me in jail. Are you guys ready for this? I'm not. All right, here's what we're going to try and do. If we're going to put me into jail, Jacob, we're going to need some supplies because I am not only a magician, not only a mind reader, but I am also an escape artist. Do you know why? because I always keep with me this get out of jail free card. I'm gonna put this way over here on my case so that it's safe. Now, if I am going to go into jail, I'm gonna need some supplies. We are gonna need one of these. Jacob, hold on to that, thank you very much. And we're also gonna need one of these. Jacob, we're gonna improvise too. The other thing that I'm gonna need is, for 5 seconds. Sir, can I borrow your stool for 5 seconds? Give this guy a round of applause. He's willing to stand for your entertainment. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's a heavy stool. Jacob, are you ready to put me into jail? I'll take an end of the rope. It's gonna go underneath my legs and around like this. Good, we will cross those. Hold on to that end now, and I will hold on to this end. Good, pull that pretty tight, Jake. Oh my gosh, you're good at this. Okay, Jacob, next we put the hands in. So here's how this works. This hand goes in here. Oh, I'm gonna take my watch off for this. I'm gonna put my hand in here and my hand in here. And now, Jacob, could you grab the other end and tie those in a knot as tight as you can? Do you know how to tie a knot? Good, he's working on it. Yeah, good. Pull those really tight then. Good, pull them through a little bit tighter. There we go. Oh gosh. Ah, I can hardly even feel my circulation. Okay, great. Now that my hands are turning blue, Jacob, could you get the blanket from over there? Go ahead, Jacob. Oh gosh. All right. And then I want you to drape it over all of this. So open it up. Good. And then toss it over all of this. Excellent. Just like that. That's perfect. Now what I need you to do is go grab the card that's there. Do you see the card on the table? Good. Grab that get out of jail free card. Could you remove this? Make sure I'm still tight. Oh gosh, I'm still tight. Okay. I still can't get out. Cover it back up. Excellent. Good. Now put that card back on the table. And we want to make sure that I can't get out. Good. Because all I need to do is to get out of jail free. Make sure I'm tight one more time. Am I still trapped? Yes, I'm still trapped. Good. Put it back on there. Good. And now for the grand finale. 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm free. Everybody give Jacob a big round of applause. High five. Thank you very much, Jacob. You can head back to your spot. Thank you very much. And this guy gets his stool back. Thank you very much for your service too, sir. Very nice work. Now, I want to try to get a few people involved with this next trick, especially the people towards the back who think they're safe. I have a top secret envelope. Now, what do you do with a top secret envelope? Well, what I do as a mind reader is I put predictions in here, and I have a prediction inside this top secret envelope, which I am going to need to give to someone trustworthy. That is definitely none of you, and definitely no one, actually in the red shirt right there. What's your name? Could you come over here for a second? You seem pretty trustworthy. You can stand right here for me, right here up front. What's your name? Jonathan, hold on to that. Don't let anybody touch it, especially this very suspicious little girl. Hi. Now, we are going to try to create a face. Because folks, I don't know if you know this, I created something that you may have heard of. It's a website that's done really well called Facebook. Have you heard of this? Yeah, I created the original Facebook. This is copyright Gary Farrar's Facebook. It is a book of faces. And we are going to make one face out of all of these different tops of heads. We are going to combine them with any of these sets of eyes. And we are going to mix all of these with any of these mouths. So, why don't we start with maybe someone, I said I want to use people really towards the back. Maybe someone really towards the back and really high up, like you, sir, in the blue shirt and the glasses, not paying attention. Yes, hi there. Give us a wave. Wave. Thank you. All you have to do is pick one face. So when I go through, I want you to go like this whenever you want me to stop. Anytime, starting now. between the first and last page, you have to go like this. Make sense? Yes, good. Here we go. Anytime starting now. Right there. Let's see, we have a little propeller. Very nice. If you had said stop 1 second sooner, we would have had a very boring haircut. If you would have said stop a second later, we would have had some clown hair. That's pretty cool. I like that. If you would have said stop a lot later, we would have had almost a self-portrait. But he's gone. What if we had changed our mind? It would have been a completely different face. But so far, we have the propeller hat. We are going to need the eyes. For the eyes, why don't we go with, let's go with security. Yeah, are you ready? You're allowed to have fun too. It doesn't have to be all work. Here we go. Shout out stop anytime, starting now. Right there. Do you want to change your mind? No, you like the mind you have. Okay. We have some blue eyes. Now, if you had said, no, Gary, I would love to go one more, we would have had the winking guy. And if you would have said stop a second earlier, we would have had the man with the mustache. But we have the blue-eyed beanie. With one more to do, it's the mouth. I need someone with a mouth. You have a mouth? What's your name? Nice to meet you, Joshua. Weren't you a Joshua? You were a Jacob. Jacob, Joshua, here we go. Shout out stop anytime, starting now. Right there. Joshua, do you want to go one more? No, we have a smile. Joshua, if you had stopped one sooner, it would have been a little tiny smile. If you would have said stop one later, it would have been a big smile. But this is the face chosen by 3 different people. You know what's crazy? Before any of this happened, I handed an envelope to Jonathan? Jonathan, Jacob, Joshua, what is going on here? This is getting crazy. We grown-ups have to come up with some more original names. Jonathan, has anybody touched that other than you? You've been holding it since before anybody chose a face, right? She chose us one, you chose one, that guy who ran away chose one. But I had a feeling before any of that happened, and I handed it to you. Jonathan, open up the edge, pull out my prediction, hold it high in the air, and show everybody that it is the exact face that you guys made all by yourselves. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. I'll grab that and I'll take that. Thank you, Jonathan. You can head back to your seat. Although there are no seats, you can head back to your standing spot. Wonderful. I want to share with you the very first trick that I ever learned. By the way, if any of you are just joining us, if you have a small child, they can join the other small children at the front, and that way they get an up-close and personal view of the magic show. Because I remember when I was a kid, believe it or not, I used to be your age, and we're going to have a moment of calm right now, because I know that calm is the natural enemy of children. I brought the very first trick I ever learned, and kind of like my escape, it uses some ropes, except this one is a lot shorter. Believe it or not, though, we have an even longer string, and then we have an even shorter string. And these strings are a family. Does anybody know who the little one is? I'll give you a hint. Who's that? The baby, yes. And the medium one, she says, clean your room. Who's that? The mom, yes. And the big one says, don't bother me, I'm watching football. Who's that? The dad, exactly right. And one day, the little baby string went outside all by herself into the magic forest. Now, what do you think the baby string did what did the mommy string do when the baby string went out all by herself? Yes, she was worried and went to go try and find the baby. And the big daddy string went to go try and find them too. And all 3 had a spell put on them. Believe it or not, it started to look like they were not as different as you thought. In fact, the longer you look, the more it looks like they became the exact same size. Take a look at, I almost just fell off the stage. They should have a guardrail. There we go. Watch closely, all 3 strings. Which one is the little string? That one? I don't know. If it is, it's the same exact size as the medium string, the same size as the big string. No one knows who is who. So what if we undo this by using some different magic words? On the count of 3, we are gonna say Monopoly. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, Monopoly. And instantly we have the big daddy string, the little tiny string, and the medium mommy string. You guys saved the family. Give these kids a big round of applause. You guys were awesome. Very nice job. I see there are some giant die in the back of the room. Actually, no. The plural is dice. I always got, it's dice and a singular is a die. I get confused sometimes. So I thought we could try and explain the problem with die. The reason why a magician often uses a die is because it's chance. It doesn't matter what you're gonna choose. You don't have to say. But what if I could still control what you were gonna think? In fact, why don't we try this with a volunteer? In this case, I'm gonna need a grown-up. Maybe the Mets fan. You knew it was coming. Come on up to the front of the room right over here. Hi there, what's your name? Neil, nice to meet you. Everybody make some noise for Neil. Neil, you can come on over to this side by my table over here, Neil. And you seem pretty tall, so I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Now, Neil is a Mets fan, which means he had the best night of his life ever the other night. Congratulations on a good win. It was almost not a good win, in the nick of time. But Neil, since you're still probably on cloud 9 from that game, I thought you could use that good luck to outthink me in a game of die. Now, listen, if you were to roll a Monopoly die, there are 6 sides, just like there are on this side, except, Neil, I want you to think of one number between 1 and 6 before you even roll the die. Do you have one number in your mind? I want you to picture the amount of spots, really think about that number. Feel free to change your mind, but once you're settled, I want you to put that number face up and then cover it with your hand. I will turn around, Neil. Let me know when I can come back. I can come back, it's safe? Good. Now, would you say this was a free choice that led you to this number? Because I did my best to influence Neil. What I did was, remember I said you would see the spots? I gestured a specific number of spots, Neil. And not only that, but to even make you think further about the number, I said, feel free to change your mind. Do you remember I said that? Now, Neil, that is what I made you hear, but that's not what I said. Everybody, what I said was feel free to change your mind. Because that's also the amount of spots that I gestured. And I'm curious, Neil, what number did you end up thinking? What? Let me see. It was 4. Neil, the Mets fans are always unpredictable. But now that I know how Neil thinks, I can outsmart him. Neil, I want you to pick a new number this time. Shake it up, same thing, put that number face up and cover it with your hand. Because now that I know how you think, Neil, I will get it right 100% of the time. Neil, let me know when I can turn back around. Look at me. That's easy. You chose 4 the last time, which means Neil will not choose 4 again. I would imagine that based on this time, he would say, well, I got to do a different number. And as a Mets fan, you're usually probably overly optimistic. I would say you would go higher. In this case, I would say Neil is probably just going to jump up 1 and go with 5. What are you thinking, Neil? What is it? 5. It is 5. We got it right. But guess what, Neil? Now we're going to do it again because now I'm on a roll. Neil, think of a new number. Have you got one in your head? Good. Make the die match it. Cover it with your hand. I will turn around. Neil, let me know when I can come back. It's safe? Good. Look at me, Neil. I want you to think about the number and really picture it in your head, whatever those numbers are, okay? And I'm gonna say, I know what you did. I saw it in his eye. He's nervous that I'm gonna use the same trick. I think because he went from 4 to 5, he would just keep the pattern going, go cautiously optimistic, up one more to 6. Neil, what did you end up choosing? 6, that's how it works. Everybody give Neil a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Neil, you can head back to your spot. And folks, I hope you guys are having a great time, but we are getting close to the end of the festivities. So here's what I want to have happen right now. First of all, I think that this has been a lot of fun. But there's been one thing that everybody enjoyed more than most things, and that was the juggling of the pirate swords, for those of you who are here. And so what I thought we could maybe do is one thing that's even more dangerous. Is everybody okay if we do one more dangerous thing? Now, if we're gonna do something dangerous, this time, I'm gonna need the sword from the outside of my danger bag. Do you guys remember the toy sword? Well, that was a lie. You see, this, everybody, is not a toy sword. This is the case, and inside is the real sword. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna get a volunteer. We are gonna have them wear a necklace that looks suspiciously like a torture device. And then I will stick the sword straight through the volunteer's neck. It clears out your sinuses, you feel great at the end. So who wants to volunteer for this? What? You would, you would. You've already had a chance to help out. You would. Oh man, this is a lot of choices. In this case, I think I'd like to go with if there's somebody who, you've already helped out, you've already helped out, you've already helped out. If there's somebody who hasn't helped out, you might be a little bit young. I'm worried about this being a little bit too much for you, because when I was your age, I would not have handled that. Maybe, what is your name? Jasmine, you would put your neck in here? Everybody give Jasmine a huge round of applause. Come on up and around, Jasmine. Let's try this out with Jasmine. So, Jasmine, are you nervous? Yeah, so am I. I'm kidding, Jasmine. I am a trained professional. I have a little silk. I need you to hold that for a second. We need to take all of these and put them just right around your neck. Whole thing, hair and everything. Good. What? She's your sister. She's about to be famous. All right, here we go. Jasmine, take this. We'll stick it right in here. Chin up. Good. That way you're cushy. And then put a hand on this handle and a hand on that handle and push them both in a little bit. Just keep it like that and face everybody. Now, I'm going to take the sword. I'm going to stick it straight through Jasmine, and you won't feel a thing. Are you ready? Awesome. Everybody, if you're nervous, you don't have to watch it like this. You could watch like this. And then if it gets too intense, you could close the blinds. All right, here we go. We take the sword. By the way, I am a trained professional. I have practiced every detail of the sword through neck trick over the past 7 years. Jasmine, I've been practicing this for 7 years. So I'm really excited to finally try it out on a live person. Here we go, Jasmine, on the count of 3. Everybody's gonna say Monopoly in 3, 2, 1, Monopoly! Jasmine, slowly turn all the way around. It is all the way through. Everybody give Jasmine a huge round of applause. Awesome job. You can head back to your seat, Jasmine. Thanks for helping me out. I hope you enjoyed this. What? Oh, you want it out? We can take it out. It's $29.95. You can Venmo, Zelle. I'm kidding. It's free. It's free, Jasmine. Face everybody. You just, uh-oh. Wait, Jasmine, tip your head a little bit, and then a little bit. Oh yeah, much looser. There we go. We pull the sword all the way out. We don't applaud yet. We don't know if it's okay. We take out the silk. There's no mysterious red dot. That's a good sign. Then we undo the latches, and Jasmine is completely back to normal. Make some noise for Jasmine, everybody, for risking her life for your entertainment. That was awesome. And a little bit scary. Who was scared? Anybody was scared? I was pretty scared. You were scared? Well, now I'm scared. Why? Because I am going to attempt to read one more person's mind. You've had a chance to help out. You've had a chance to help out. I need someone who's old enough to read. Are you able to read? You are. What is your name? What is it? Could you come over here for a second? Everybody give her a round of applause. Excellent, all the way up here. And I'm sorry, you were far away. I couldn't hear you. What was your name? Dipika, could you come over here for a second? How old are you? You're 7. Now, speaking of Monopoly, I have a bunch of the chances here. Now, chances are good or bad, but there's one thing that is always good, and that is the properties. Now, for those of you who were here earlier, you got to see all the properties featured on the Queens edition of the Monopoly game. And I gotta say, as a Queens local, I was very impressed by myself at how many of those places I have been to. I feel like I am officially a Queens representative. Have you been to any of these places? You've been to New York City. Makes sense. Now, here's what's gonna happen. These are the original Monopoly places. We have the Waterworks, Mediterranean Avenue, Vermont Avenue, Atlantic Avenue. You guys know the classics, Boardwalk, Park Place. But you are gonna choose one. So I'm gonna flip through it. I'd like you to say stop at any time. Right there. I don't wanna see, so I am not even gonna look. Take that one and guard it closely and take a look and let me know once you have it in mind. Do you know the name of that place? Wonderful, good. I have a singular chance card here. Now, most people don't know, but some of the chance cards in Monopoly mention specific places. So I'm gonna hold this way up here where I cannot change it. And now, out of all the Monopoly places that exist, all the possible properties, let's take a look. What place did you choose? St. Charles Place, which is crazy, because you saw them all go by. There was Park Place, Boardwalk, all the railroads, all the utilities, and yet, the one chance card that I was holding says that you should advance to one place. Tell everybody what it is. Advance to St. Charles Place, an exact match with her choice. Everybody give her a round of applause. High five. Thank you very much. You can head back to your seat. Incredible job. Now, we are getting towards the end of the show, and I thought we could finish with a grand finale specifically for the kids. I have another silk here. And somebody convinced me to wear a bow tie and tails today. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is kind of hot, inside and out. It does not feel like fall today. It's one of those late summer days. And so I thought we could do the opposite of being hot. I thought we could make it snow right here. What do you think? Should we try? Good, because we have a pretty good view of the sky. As you can see, there's not a cloud in it. So, what we're going to try and do is make some snow using our imagination. What color is snow? White. Everybody take your hand, put it on top of your head, and think about the color white, and we are going to send it right in here. Is everybody ready? Think about it. White, 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 white. And you want enough snow to cover me, or enough snow to cover the entire Queens Center? The entire mall. Are you guys crazy? All right, here we go. I'm gonna take this. I will use another one. Everybody put your hand back on your head and Where'd you go? Oh, it's just that, okay. Send in a little bit more white. Think about it, white, 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 white. We're gonna tie it really tight. And then on the count of 3, everybody is gonna say the magic words, Monopoly. But here's the secret, the louder you say it, the more it will snow. I gotta tell you, I've never done this trick before. Are you guys ready if we do it for the first time? Good, put your hands down. On the count of 3, the louder you say Monopoly, the more it will snow. I'm really nervous. Here we go. 1. Actually, wait, I've never done this. Should I read through all the directions? No? The kids are saying no. I like your style. What's the worst that could happen? I don't see any way this could possibly backfire. On the count of 3, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3, Monopoly! And just like that, we have the, what? Underpants? We were supposed to do the snowstorm, not the underpants? Oh my gosh, that is so embarrassing. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, but even though I need some practice, you guys do not need any practice because you have been an amazing audience. Queens Center, give yourselves a huge round of applause for helping out with all the magic. My name is Gary Farrar. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And can we give a round of applause to the tech team for crushing it today? I don't know about you, but I thought I sounded wonderful, so I appreciate that. And let's give a big round of applause to the whole Queens Center for setting up this awesome event. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and check out the new edition of Queens Monopoly launching right now. It is pretty awesome. My name is Gary Farrar, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much, guys.